Hello, everybody, and today I'm going to be discussing what I think we need in the Marvel season. I think that this should be agreed on in the community. If you disagree, though, feel free to let me know what you disagree with and what you think could be there instead. I'm happy to listen to other people's opinions. I'm just stating my opinion in this video. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting off, I think we need the OG pump shotgun. I don't think any other shotgun's gonna cut it. I think if they're bringing the Scar back or the AK or anything like that, we need the OG pump. One which actually and its gold hits for 128 and does a 185 headshot damage. To me, otherwise it's pointless because you're just adding another weak shotgun to the loot pool. Because that's my biggest complaint in terms of this chapter. There's been no strong shotguns. Peter Griffin's mythic hammer pump, yeah, I might give you that, but that was only in for one season. The Gatekeeper is the strongest shotgun, but I don't really like spamming a shotgun. I also think the combat's too inconsistent, and the hammer pump shotgun's just worse. So I think that the pump shotgun is a very consistent shotgun, and would probably be a much needed addition in this Marvel season, especially if you're bringing back the Scar. Might as well bring in one good OG gun like the pump, so that the OG guns which are being brought in aren't awful like the Scar. Now I know I might get a bit of backlash for saying that, but considering the bloom on it, it just doesn't compare to the combat or the TAC AR in terms of accuracy. But moving on, I think the mythics which we have obviously are Marvel themed. They need to be exciting but also balanced. There's an FNCS Grand Globals coming up, so I think obviously in the competitive aspect, what the biggest issue was this season was the mythics and medallions. None of it was balanced. The nitro fists were all really annoying, and same with the cars. And it wasn't just pros; there was a lot of casuals saying that as well. The good guns on the map, which are only obtainable by one player, or even the medallions if you're gonna have them in, they need to be split across the entire map, like it was in Chapter 5, Season 1, when it would be that all the medallions weren't in just one biome, but scattered across the entire map. It kind of got worse in Season 2, but in Season 3 it's all in one biome, and really easy to get all of them. I think, obviously, to keep the mythics exciting and balanced, they need to be able to do a lot of damage. For the Iron Man gear, you could do the same as it usually did, but with in terms of damage. The new, what's it called? The like what you did with the Icarus rings, where you could like drop dive on somebody. I think that could maybe do 50 damage, just so it's not overpowered. Because then you could just do repulsor, unibeam, and crash down onto them, and then that would do 180 damage instead. But I think the cooldown, to keep it balanced and fair, has to be at least a minute, I would say. I don't think anything else would be balanced, because it would either be too weak if it was longer than a minute, but it would also be too, well, like, broken if it was anything else, like 45 seconds or something else. So that's why I think a minute's fair enough. The third thing is we need to bring back kick scan weapons. Purely because the bullet drop system is probably one of the most poorly received things by the community. it becomes a problem and really difficult to aim with, because some of my shots don't do as much damage as they should be doing, because I think the bullet drop's a bit too strong. I think especially if you're bringing back the OG Scar, you need to have hit scan back, otherwise the Scar's going to be absolutely useless. For the fourth thing, I think they should bring back the Marvel Showdown mode. If you don't know what it was a mode where you would have 4 mythic abilities attainable in the Battle Royale map, but you could use all of them. And so it was like a competition kind of thing. A bit like Smash Bros, if you've played that on the Nintendo Switch. And that was one of the most fun things to play, and kept the content quite good. So I think we can do that like at some point throughout the season, like maybe midway, and that'll just keep the game alive and fresh. I think that's what Fortnite needs to do. For the fifth thing, I'm realising how much time we've got, so I'm going to go through this quickly. All V-Bucks should be in the first 100 tiers. Used to be, still should be, especially for people who are trying to use the Battle Pass to just gain a few more 100 V-Bucks, like me, to then buy the Battle Pass, so you can get all the rewards. Because most of it's locked behind more V-Bucks, which you can't obtain. So if we really want a good Battle Pass, like the one which we're getting, we need to wait for another one, unless we want to spend money. I think the next thing is we need additions to the metaverse. If you don't know what that is, that's all the different game modes. So Battle Royale, Reload, Fortnite Festival, Lego Fortnite, and Rocket Racing. Personally, I know there was a basketball one leaked, and I think that's what we need to get. Next, or they could do something completely different, which they've been working on, which we didn't know about. Next is a good storyline. I think make it so that they make a time machine to bring back Iron Man, which saves us from Doctor Doom, or just sends us to chapter 2 OG, something like that. More themed weapon attachments. I don't know. You could just do that in itself. Maybe do something which does less damage but does splash damage. Something like that. More themed drifting counters is the last thing I think we need. Like maybe spawn like different things from Marvel onto the map. I think it just keeps the game feeling fresh and cool. In fact, these things just randomly spawn in at times. But that will conclude the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you agree or disagree with things, feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.